in the bottom right, our red Protoss, one of two.
Samsung Galaxy Khan Stork.
One of three, technically. Artosis, there is another Pross in the group. His idea is trust. I trust that you've not forgotten. Up to the top left in blue. Very famous.
YongHwa.
In StarCraft II. Really, really solid Pross player. One of Artosis' favorites.
That's right. Should be one of everyone's favorites.
I think he pretty
very
much
strong
is.
Protoss.
He's like a household name as well.
He is.
You just gotta love YongHwa.
See if he makes it into Code S or disappoints himself once again.
Well, I think he will get out, but I don't think this is his moment.
He could. I'm looking forward to a possible Fantasy YongHwa rematch.
Could happen.
I think that would be kind of great. So we'll just have to wait and see if that's going to be the case. Of course, he's got to get through Trust first, and YongHwa has to lose to Stork. Another game. Well, it's early game PvP. Nothing out of the ordinary here, so it's going to be a little bit
standard openings all around.
Yeah.
So, how's your dog, Artosis?
My dog or my daughter?
Well, actually, I asked dog, but like I would also like to know about your daughter as well.
She's really good, and she's really good.
Good.
She likes to bark a lot, and Pippa doesn't ever bark. So
that's
she likes to play being a puppy sometimes. That was a joke.
Okay, I'm like, that's a really interesting scenario you've got there.
Yeah. They're doing well. My dog is very cute. She's the vet told us that she is allergic to meat, so she's on a vegan diet right now.
The dog?
Yes.
That's really interesting. So how does vegan dog food compare to regular dog food?
In her opinion, not nearly as good. I don't think it's actually true, though.
The allergy thing?
Yeah, I don't think it, like, she has, like, an itchy ear a lot. So, I don't know. It's this weird situation. We're going to, we tried her out on this vegan diet to see if it helped her, and we're not really sure that it did, so probably going to go back to normal and just try a different vet.
Time will tell, you know. I hope your dog feels better, though, regardless.
Ooh. She does well, though. I mean, it's just an itchy ear. It's not like the biggest deal in the whole world. Just not nice. Now, look at this, Wolf. This is kind of crazy, right? We have a weird proxy location for Stork, and we had a sentry off of 2 gates here for YongHwa. And the only build I can think of that goes 2 gates into a sentry is a fast expansion that we used to see at the beginning of Heart of the Swarm. It's like a really safe fast expansion.
Yeah, it's like Creator-esque. But he's going to Stargate.
Though. Yeah.
And Stork goes into DTs. Or, I'm sorry, no, Stargate comes out for YongHwa, and Stork is going for Blink.
Oh, wow, I had those two mixed up in my head, too.
You and I are both, like, for some reason. I think it's because the Stargate looks like it's supposed to be proxied, like, towards the top right, like, as if it's going to attack that direction.
This is what's happening. Yeah. That's, oh, my God, it so threw me off. I was like, wait a minute, how is he doing all this?
He's, like, put it really far, like, it's such an unlikely to be scouted location.
Yeah, well, hold on, hold the phone. Is that I mean, he has something on the watchtower. Did he actually see it? Did the watchtower touch that or no?
I don't think so.
Look how close the line is on the minimap.
Yeah, but I think it doesn't.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it just barely
They overlap each other's vision, but...
yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a dead Stalker.
Ooh, that's painful to lose a Stalker here. So he's going Oracle into his own Blink. And that is a strong build. Yeah, Stork definitely didn't see it because he was getting a Robo, which he would not get otherwise.
Gonna stay at home just to be safe regardless, though. At least for now he is. First Oracle comes across. And we've seen a lot of Oracle damage done today, especially in the first series.
It's going to force a Nexus Cannon, at least, I would say.
Yep. With this many Stalkers to assist it, he can't quite stick around like we saw last time.
But the threat of the Oracle will keep some Stalkers at home, especially since he forced a Nexus Cannon, which means that he can go Blink behind this with less Stalkers and shouldn't be broken or anything like that. If he starts to get broken, that means there's too many Stalkers over there, which means his Oracle might be able to do some more damage. And then, of course, he has his Nexus Cannon, so... It's a really good build that we're seeing here from YongHwa.
Yeah, it creates a nice balancing act that he has to walk. Do you think the play here for Stork is to just go ahead and grab a Nexus? Because I do. Grab a Nexus and make Immortals.
Grab the Nexus, make Immortals.
The Observer's going to be 100% safe here.
I think you're totally right about the Nexus. Like, completely right about the Nexus.
You don't think so about the Immortals?
Well, I guess once you scout that he's going Blink Stalkers, you're definitely going to want like 1 to 2 Immortals for sure. So yeah, I guess...
I just don't think this is a commitment.
I guess you're about right. I think I would... Yeah.
I feel like Blink in Korean PvP is no longer almost ever an all-in.
Yeah.
It's just a threat. It's like I don't know. It's like if you put it in like this very simple terms, it's just like his Stalkers are just better than yours, but you're still gonna play a normal game, and you have to take that into account. It's like these are like Stalkers too, right? Like and it's like, okay, well, his Stalkers are better than mine, but you can still expand. I need to get some more Immortals out a little bit safer, and I think the Stalkers in StarCraft II right now in PvP are very much like, okay, you have to take your Nexus later than mine, because if you don't, then I'll punish you. But I feel like he definitely needs to expand ASAP, and I like his timing to drop this Nexus. I think it's really well timed. And the trade-off here is that YongHwa has a faster Nexus. However, he has late game tech. He has the tech for now on those Blink Stalkers, but his late game tech is delayed. He does not have those Immortals.
Okay, well said.
He can get them very soon. He's only 1 Immortal behind. Oh, what? Nice snipe attempt. Actually, he does get the snipe, but it's going to cost him big.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to lose, well, just 1 Stalker there, I guess.
Oh, but he's going to get some more on the side down here.
Really cute move by Stork here, sending his Stalkers in 2 different directions.
And an Immortal is here. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually brought that the whole way. I saw him bringing it, but, like, that is not a unit that he wants across the map. If he lost that Sentry and Immortal, that would actually be a really big deal.
That's confidence right there. Forces another Observer to be made, by the way, which then is... you know, less Immortals. I almost feel like with that Blink, did you notice how YongHwa sat there with that Observer in his main base, like just sitting on top of his Nexus? I feel like he thought like, oh my god, is he trying to snipe this so he's going to go TTs or something? I think he was actually somewhat concerned by it. Look at that. Observer and Stalkers just hovering there right on top of the Nexus.
Yeah, he's being really, really careful about that.
Super timid, and his Immortal count still not rising just yet.
If I see a Blink that many Stalkers and an Immortal, and a Sentry, I probably do not keep that Observer there, so... Maybe he's just waiting for another Observer? Because, you know, you were talking about it before. Stork is really great at scouting with Observers. Yeah. And it's something that he quite likes to do. We saw him trying to do it there. So maybe YongHwa's trying to punish him for that once again.
He even sent another Observer up there. I think it's actually the top right now. Oh, my goodness. I didn't expect this early.
No, certainly not. But Storm is something that we've been seeing Korean pros mess around with a little bit more now, where you get Storm and you get a Warp Prism, and the thing is, if you do a Storm drop and kill a bunch of probes, and then sit back defensively, like with another Storm, and you know you're up your ramp, you have your Nexus Cannon, all that stuff, that can be very, very strong.
Yeah.
I like what we're seeing. It's cool.
Storm is this thing you just don't expect. And what do you think about it, actually? I want to hear your opinion on just like what do you think has caused... I mean, first of all, do you think it's effective? Do you think it's like a solid strat? Do you think this makes sense here? And also...
okay.
And then like also, what do you think about it like compositionally in PvP? Do you think it's like worth it against like Stalkers and whatnot?
Okay, I think against Blink Stalkers it's a little bit harder to say that it's worth it, but I think that it's a good strategy right now, although very hard to do, hard to pull off. It's not mapped out. Will it continue to be a good strategy is a little bit harder to say. I do like it, though, because it gives you... This is the most powerful harassment option that you can really get. Like, for PvP, speed of killing probes, this is it.
Yeah, you drop Zealots and there's army there, your Zealots just die. You drop Storms and you don't pull your probes immediately because you're not expecting it, then you use a high tempo, it doesn't matter, you still killed the probes. Yeah,
even Immortal drops, Oracle, everything doesn't kill it quite like this. So, like, on a nicely saturated, look at that, that's 18 workers mining right there. If he drops this in and hits these 2 Storms perfectly...
And he knows there's no Observer, there's no detection. He's expecting Zealot drops, he's getting something else entirely. Does pull his probes very quickly, though. Great reaction there by YongHwa, but still loses about 8 or so.
And now, by the time a counterattack came, he might just have energy for more Storms out of those. So he's sitting here, and yeah, he doesn't have exactly the same types of units that Stork has, but... I mean, I'm sorry, that YongHwa has, but... I mean, look at these units, Wolf. It doesn't look like there's any way for YongHwa to kill him at all.
Yeah, he doesn't have any Colossi. which would be a problem. Colossi don't really care about storms, and they're going to be
so
able to wipe storms out or wipe High Templar out from a long distance if the High Templar try to storm them.
I wonder if it's going to become a staple of non-Colossus play versus non-Colossus play. I really do wonder this. And, you know, this is, as I was saying, I feel like Stork is one of these Protosses. I said at the beginning of the show that, and previously, before even, I feel like he's one of these guys we're all going to be studying really soon. He's doing these, like, did that not seem like perfect to you?
No,
how he did that?
No, it's actually very well executed, and he does it again.
This is crazy.
About, I'd say like 5 or so more kills. You know, Storm in StarCraft 1 in Pro vs. Protoss was a thing. It was actually quite common.
You definitely could do it. You
in
put
Super
Storm on
late
top
game,
of those
you know?
Reavers and stuff. It would, you know, it's hard to move him out of time.
He's actually attacking himself. He's gotten such a lead from this, and he's got a +2 attack lead for just a second there. He's just poking and making sure there's no third base. And oh my god, 3 more kills.
Kind of awesome. And while he does that, he runs away with his army. What he needs to do right now is let that sink in, the lack of economy. Get a couple warping rounds where it's harder for YongHwa to afford. YongHwa cannot afford to warping units, rebuild probes, and make a nexus. So Stork sitting back is perfect play here.
Yeah, and I think YongHwa has to try to make something happen here, but I just don't think he can.
Yeah.
6 High Templar with Storms ready to help on top of this army that without the High Templar is already stronger, arguably.
And look at that, he's actually making some Archons as well.
+3 is on the way, further pushing the idea forward. If he does not make this attack work, then, oh, well, these Archons bait charges. That's a really nice time warps here by both players, in fact. Where are the storms? Okay, well, there they are in the main base.
There are no storms for the actual battle here. I feel like I'm learning so much watching this game right now. Stork's starting to push him back.
Man, and yeah, I think that's going to be it. He kills more probes here. Does he have enough? 55 to 46. He's overwhelming those Immortals, and those Immortals of Stork are now going to crush the Stalker army as long as he targets them, and so far he's doing a great job, even now kiting these Zealots. And wow, man, Stork really impressing. He's going back to Kudas where he belongs, dude.
Absolutely, he is. Fantastic play by him.
By the way, if I had to, I mean, it's only been half a year.
That Archon. Yeah.
GG. I was going to say it's only been half a year. I feel like Stork has been the most improved Kestrel player we've had this year.
You may very well be right about that, yeah. He was pretty garbage like a year ago.
He has improved so much this year. He has actually become one of the better Protosses. And like you said, he's one of the older players. It's hard to be motivated in a new game, and he played an old game as one of the top tier players if you were considered one of the best in the world ever was.
Yeah, in the hardest RTS there's ever been.
And you come to a new game, and you're still motivated enough to become this good. That actually inspires me.
Yeah, he's completely inspiring. And the thing is, he's just like smarter than basically everybody. There's very few people around that like think about RTS on the level that he does. And I mean, I think that play that we just saw kind of shows that. The part that I wasn't expecting at all that he did at the end, that I'm like, oh, of course. He turned all of his High Templars into Archons for the battle. Because he said, screw it, what am I going to do? Sidestorm Zealots and they're going to run through it? No. I need the hit points. I need the units. So basically he's turning Storm into this 200 gas, 200 mineral upgrade to kill a bunch of probes right before the last battle.
Yeah. It's really hard to kill this High Templar off if you can't kill the Warp Prism. And if you don't have Phoenixes, you're probably not going to kill that Warp Prism.
That's right, yeah. And, I mean, the thing is, with Blink Stalkers, it gets a little bit iffy. Like, is he going to catch it? But
not on this map where there's a lot of dead space.
He made and he made sure he couldn't see him because he was sending his observer forward to see if there were observers to spot this. There weren't. Fly-in, Storm.
He sniped a lot of observers. Also, notice on this map, the 2 locations where you can drop most commonly are the natural, where there's plenty of space to escape with the Warp Prism. Also, the main base, where there's plenty of space to escape, as you can go around the left side. Really good build for the map. Smart decision. Just watching Stork transition so quickly and getting so much better in StarCraft 2 is it's almost like a player. Imagine a runner who's like top 5 runners at doing like a 100-meter dash, and he's actually like switching into running 400 meters, and he's like still like it like took him a while to learn it, but now he's like mastered. He's like coming to be one of the best 400-meter dash runners or something. Like that's how I feel like Stork is doing here. He takes the StarCraft 1 skills. He's like taking some innovative ideas, practicing with his team. Where he is by far the best Protoss, and that then of course gives the rest of the Samsung Protosses some time to kind of look up to this guy and learn. I'm really excited for this guy going into the next season of Kudas.
Yeah, this could be one of the big stories of the season for sure. Is how well is Stork going to do? And I'm actually starting to get chills now. I'm thinking about who's in here. We have Flash, we have Effort, we have Stork.
Could be Fantasy 2.
Could be Fantasy 2. Can't wait. We've been talking too long. Let's jump to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have that loser match. It's going to be Trust against Fantasy.